Hello, welcome back to Nails by Leash. So in this video we're working on these short little square nails that you watched me remove in my last video, and if you didn't watch that video I will probably link it somewhere down below, probably. So I'm just removing some of the shine off my nail so that I can apply some builder gel. And today I'm going to be using clear builder gel from the GelBottle, and using their 2-in-1 base coat along with just their plain clear gel. So just removing the surface shine. I did my left hand prior to doing my right hand. Since I am left-handed, it's just easier for me to work with this hand, but you'll see me use either hand in this video. So once I've removed all of this, I'm going to dust off the dust. And off camera I did wipe them down with some alcohol, but I didn't show that part. But I've got my 2-in-1 base coat here, and I'm just going to apply it to all 10 fingernails. I'm curing each hand in between. So just really quickly, honestly, just showing you that I've applied it. I don't want to take too much time on that. And then here, that little black spot, if you do see that on someone's nails, that is a bruise. That's a nail bruise. Yeah, just a fun fact. So now I've got my clear builder in a bottle, and starting on this is me using my non-dominant hand to apply it. You want to start with a wetting layer or slip layer, so you just put a thin coat of product down, just so that when you apply a larger bulk of product to create like a little apex, you've got something, it makes the product move easier. So on a short nail like this, like, you really don't need a big apex at all, but it's good to still do one, just so for some extra like strength and stability. I am like really picky with my nails. I like to literally pick at things, so having that apex really helps me make sure my nails last a little bit longer. Perfect. You just want to make sure that line of light, so when you're looking at it, looks pretty bang on, and that everything's nice and even. So using my opposite hand again, like, I'm so slow with it, but I just want to show you like how I do it with this hand. I am resting my right wrist like on the little stand that I have here, and it helps me control the brush because I can't just like float my arm because I don't have that much control. So now I'm just like floating at larger bulk of gel, taking off some excess and then sliding any product down the nail. I'll flip it over just so that everything can pool towards the middle, because I don't want to flood the cuticles at all. I want everything to sit basically towards the middle. It's hard to describe, kind of like a little hump from front to back and side to side. So you've got like kind of like a bulk in the middle, but it flows nicely. It's nice and smooth. So this is using my dominant hand because I am left-handed. So you make your slip layer nice and even, and then you apply your little bulk of product, drag it down. See that little like bead of product? That was all you needed. I wiped off the excess and then just dragged it all down. And because you have the slip layer, the rest of the product will just like melt into it, and the clear builder gel is a little runnier than the other colors, so it's, for me, because I'm good with the product, I'm faster with it per se, because it like melts down faster, so I can apply it quicker. If you're less experienced, it's probably better to use one of the colored ones because they don't move as quickly as clear, but they're still really good to work with, really high quality, like really great gels to work with. Like they just like melt together so nicely when you even apply like second layers of gel. It's just overall a really amazing product. Also, don't mind my voice because I'm getting over a cold. No, not what you think. but just a regular run-of-the-mill cold. So yeah, okay, so I'll flip this one over, let the product float, and then you see that line of light. You don't see any like ridges in it because it's all smooth. So now the thumb, I'll show you. Thumbs are a little more tricky because you want that like hump of product to spread out over more area basically. So it can sometimes be a little tricky to do, but you want to make sure that slip layer is in every part of the nail, no cuticle touching whatsoever, or else that's where the product will go. That's just how it works. So that is probably the hardest thing to learn when you are learning how to do this, like, no file method of applying gel, is like not touching the cuticle area. So if that means for you, when you are done your nails for yourself or a client, they look like they're a little bit grown out because you can't get that close to the cuticle area, then that's how you do them in the beginning, okay? So you will get better, and it just takes practice and time, and I've flooded my cuticles. I can't tell you how many times you'll see me applying gel today. Like, when I apply gel polish, I can't help it sometimes. So this is the color Lemonade from the GelBottle. I'm doing 2 coats cured. And then on my 3rd coat, I'm going to use a Lime Punch. This is the color that I want to make this snake print with. Now, hindsight, I really wish I used a darker green because it just is very difficult to see. They're a little like too close together. So, it's okay. Now I know for next time. But I applied a thin coat of the Lemonade and then didn't cure it, and then started applying the Lime Punch with a dotting tool. That's all you need for this nail art, is just a dotting tool. And then you just kind of like fill in some larger dots down the middle of the nail, and then small ones on either side. And then you kind of want to make them smaller and smaller as they get towards the cuticle area. And like literally that's it. So this is me finishing off my left hand. So it's my non-dominant hand. I just wanted to just quickly show you because the next hand that I do is actually way easier to see this this nail art. But that's the finished look on that hand. The next one I'm using Rave on from the GelBottle. This is from their 90s baby collection. And you just want to apply, and I'm applying very thin coats. That's why I'm able to do multiple layers, and like I'm looking at these nails right now and they don't look super bulky, okay? When you work with like very highly pigmented gels like this, where they're like kind of that milky consistency, it's better to do 3 coats super thin than 2 coats really thick or like medium thick, okay? That's just a pro tip from any thicker gel that you do end up using, or like highly pigmented gel, okay? So here's Mimosa. This is the darker color. So on my pinky there, I haven't cured it yet. Now I'm just coming in with my dotting tool and just starting off with my larger dots down the middle, because what's going to happen is the product will start kind of like expanding. You can use blooming gel. What'll happen is it'll just bloom more. I tried using a clear gel, but it wasn't giving me the effect that I wanted it to. So I just applied it in this super high pigmented creamy gel. It's still floated away. Like what'll happen is the colors will want to start like melting next to each other, but because the gel is like pigmented, you can see the like lines in between, which is pretty cool. If you use like a blooming gel, it'll be the blooming gel that's in between, but I just didn't want it to like melt together, so that's why I use this color in between. You can use clear gel, like I mentioned before, like a base coat, not like the clear builder gel. It's a little too thick, but you want just like a thin clear gel, and that will also work. It works almost the same as blooming gel. I don't know what the difference is. I've never used blooming gel, but I think it's gimmicky. That's my 2 cents. I will have to try it and maybe do a comparison video. I have no idea, but let's just see how this goes. So now I'm doing the middle finger. When I'm doing the side dots, I kind of learned like you should do them in between like the rows. So like if I put like the large dots, like in between each line of where the large dots are, so that it can like fill in that little gap. It's hard to explain, but here, so you see those, and then you see where I'm applying the other dots, like there, in between each row of the larger dots, and then I just kind of like fill the smaller ones in. That's the general premise. It looks the most snake-like, even though this does not really look like a real snake print because snakes aren't orange, but you get the point. It's nail art. It's not supposed to have a meaning or premise, or it's not supposed to be realistic either. So now last one, the thumb. Pardon my sniffles. Just cleaning up that a little bit, and then putting in my side dots. See, they're like in between the rows where the larger dots were. Also, like, the beautiful thing about this type of nail art is it's not supposed to be perfect at all. It's supposed to look like spread out, and I want to say mushy, but not mushy, but I don't know how to explain it, but it's just not supposed to be perfect, which is the best part. So if you're new to nails, this is the perfect beginner nail art that looks pretty dope. You gotta find the right color combination that works for you. You could do like white with black dots. You could do like nude with black, which would look pretty cool. There's also some, like, you can do like so many different color combinations, but learn from my mistakes and find colors with a larger contrast. Also, in this part of the video, there is a Remy dog hair there, and that's so annoying and gross, but I do eventually get it out of the way. It's just like sometimes when I'm doing nails, I have like blinders on and I don't see anything but the nail, and yeah. Yeah, happens. But I'm just applying my top coat. I am applying this top coat just a little thicker than usual, just to get rid of any lumps and bumps. You don't have to apply it thick. You could just do 2 coats. Do 1 coat, buff it, and then apply a second coat, or do 1 coat of clear builder gel, but it doesn't have to be super thick, and then do a coat of top coat. So once I'm done applying this, I will cure in my lamp for 60 seconds. And that's it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Most of my viewers are not subscribed, so I really appreciate that.